Who are you? 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 Who are you?
Straight out the game, man. Straight out the game. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Kilowatts 804. You know what I am. You know what? Look at the head, dog. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yo, check it. We are here I am here to review the latest episode of Last of Us on HBO. This is episode 4. Hey man, if you see me glance over there, I got my notes sitting right there this time. We're gonna do it right. But yeah, man, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to this bad boy. If you already subscribed, welcome again. We're gonna do it up like we always do. Let's get into it. Let's chop this up. This is becoming, I'm gonna just say right off the bat, not now episode of this damn show was bad. Hell no. And it's getting better. It's getting much better. And now, last episode was probably I ain't gonna say the most popular, but it was a very popular episode. Although The Last of Us is primarily about these two people, Joel and Ellie, and this relationship they have formed in this post-apocalyptic world, I will argue that it's not just about them. You know what I'm saying? Last week's show proves that. You know, well last week's show we kind of got a love story with Bill and Frank. You know what I'm saying? It's in the Last of Us world, but I think it hit a lot of notes for some people, man, because I don't know, it just the way the writing was superb. The visuals, all that was just superb, man. It's not my favorite episode. I would say I love one. One is still my favorite. I'm gonna go with this one. Then I'm gonna go with episode 3, and then I'm gonna go with episode 2. I'm gonna go in that order. That's how I'm gonna go. They're my favorites. So this is I quite love this episode. But this episode, we just picked up where we left off. Joel and Ellie, they got the truck, got the supplies and stuff, and they headed to Wyoming. They tried to meet up with Joel's brother Tommy. You know what I'm saying? And in the game, they had to head through to, I think it was Pittsburgh they was going to. In the show this time, they actually changed up where they're going to Kansas City. Kansas City. Why would they go? Man, y'all know the Super Bowl coming up, man. So it just tripped me out that damn, of all the places, Kansas City, it's like they knew who was gonna be in the Super Bowl. This episode is just, it hit so many notes for a lot of us gamers. We got rewarded for staying with this goddamn show. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas last episode, a lot of stuff that didn't happen in the game occurred. We loved it, still loved it. In this episode, a lot of stuff that play by play have occurred in the game, and we love it. I was loving it. Trip part is, I had watched it one time. I always watch it one time at work, because I'm at work when it originally airs. Sucks. It's not the environment to be in. I do not recommend it. Because this episode, when I first watched it at work, I ain't even on break, man. I'm sitting in my line watching this Jones. I'm looking for supervisors. I'm looking for my line. I'm doing everything, man. And I'm looking at the show, and it's too distracting. So I'm watching it, and it just didn't hit me. Like, it was like, You know, I'm asking other dudes that watched it, and they're like, yeah, it was all right. But the thing about it is, even I had a homie, he texted me, he said, man, this one was just weak. It was, ugh. He got home first, and he watched it. He watched it over again. He said, man, I love this episode. He said, man, you really can't watch this show at work and really get the full effect. And he was right. I had kept my comments to myself, my opinion to myself. Wait till I got home, watched it last night. And man, oh man, on the big screen with the speakers up, and you got time to really digest what's going on the screen, man. So I went for I was like this with it to like, yo, man, I love this joint. Oh, I love this joint, man. But if I had to give this a rating, let's give it a rating. I gave the last episode a 10. I'm gonna give this a 9.5. I'm gonna do that. Objectively speaking, the last episode was better, but as my favorites, there's a difference. As my favorite, this is my second favorite right here, because it's straight from the game. A lot of the content is straight from the game. It was well done. It was different, but it was like, it had me smiling like, yeah. But check it, man. Let's get on with the spoilers, man. Let's get into it right quick, man. Like I said, last week we left it where Joel and Ellie was traveling, And we pick up, they at a gas station. I ain't going play by play. We just gonna skip to the important part. And you see more you get more interaction with them, and I needed that because even though it was set up that they going together and all that, they traveling together. Joel is still, I think this, and the way the actor he does this is like his expression, his moments of silence. It's just everything. He's really selling the scene, man, because it seems like he got a lot going on in his head. But unexpectedly, this familiar emotion is peeking its way back, and you can tell he's reluctant because he's been this way for about 20 years, man. So it's hard. He probably don't even recognize what he's feeling and how it's coming on. And I'm talking about the emotional attachment that he's starting to get with Ellie. He don't even see it. We see it. I see it. You know what I'm saying? Even Ellie too. And it's Ellie can, you can't help but to love her, man. You know what I'm saying? She's part of that world, but her way her mindset and demeanor is, she's not a part of that world. It's crazy, man. And you want to protect that. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm watching the show, I'm like, man, I want to protect that. You know what I'm saying? Don't expose it to all this craziness. But in the Last of Us world, that ain't gonna last. That ain't gonna last. But anyway, they have some banter at the gas station. Rose is getting gas, and she making these jokes, and she actually introduced what they call the pun book. It's a book full of puns that she read in the game, and you actually get to hear it in the game. Yes, this is part of the game. You get to hear Ellie give jokes out of her pun book. I was like, wow, man. It was amusing in the game, but then we see it in the show, and she really selling it, man. And it's somewhat funny too. And she's just very upbeat. And I think Joel really needs that, man. He really needs it. You can see it, but he's still resistant to it. Shortly after that, they in a truck and they're traveling. And man, if this ain't straight out the game, I don't know what it is, man. Play by play. I could have said I could have did the whole script for this part of the damn show. Straight up. Then that's the scene when they in the truck and Ellie find the tape. She put the tape in, that same song that was in the game when he put the tape in, plays on that. I said, oh, this is weird. I was just weird, man. The first time I watched it, this is weird. Second time, I loved it. First time, I was like, this is weird. Because this is straight from the game. It's like a live action version of the game. And everything Ellie's saying that Joel said is straight from the game. And even when she find that gay magazine or whatever with the naked dudes in it, man, everything up in there, man. I'm laughing just as much as I was in the game, man. That's all in the game, people. If you haven't played the game, a lot of that is all in the game. Just their conversation, and they talk about other things too. I'm glad they did that. Ultimately, they make it to a goddamn town, this little city area, urban area, whatever. They come to a stop because they can't go further because they're a bunch of cars blocking their way forward. I would say deliberately. Somebody set it up that way so they can go the other path, just like in the game. And when they go the other path and they riding through the damn building, they riding through, they see all these buildings and stuff, just run down buildings. They see signs of federal. That's the military, militia, whatever that was there before. You know what I'm saying? They try to control and keep the peace in the cities and all that. But nobody's there. It's just run down, man. They driving. And, it's just like in the game. This is one of my favorite parts in the game, straight up. Ellie, you know what I'm saying? She fell asleep, she wake up, and often they see somebody walking in the road, he tells them, help me, please. And you know what I'm saying? And Joel, Ellie said, we ain't gonna help him. Joel put the damn seatbelt on, he ain't even hurt. And drive right past him, man. He should have hit him. That's like in the game. In the game, he hit him. Joel, I will say that in this show, Joel not as ruthless as he was in the game, man. In the game, Joel hit that damn dude with the damn truck, and anybody else they got out of the way, man. They just hit him. I think they should have did that, man. I don't know why they didn't do that. I guess he would fly over and crash into the windshield, and maybe. Okay, I see it. Oh, you still could have hit him with the side or something. It crashed, and this is insane. The series of events that happened, it just, oh man, beautiful. Anyway, they ambush him, and apparently that's what they do. These people, these rebels or whatever. And they shooting at him, and Joel is being protective of Ellie. He's like, yo, he see the wall. He keeping a calm demeanor. He's like, yo, he's behind, and they still shooting at the truck. Ellie's right here beside him. She's petrified, but she's not trying not to show it. But he's like, yo, go into that hole and don't come out of there until I finish with this. You know what I'm saying? That's Joel right there. Joel, I'm about to put in some work. Grab that goddamn rifle, man. He hit him like, bam. He shot a couple on him. And because Joel apparently, and Ellie pointed this out, his hearing is bad, and I think in his right side ear, I want to say. And so this other guy, he came out Joel done handled his business so far, but this other guy, this young guy, came out and surprised him. And had the damn rifle up on his neck, man. Was about to choke goddamn Joel to death. I said, oh, snap. And Ellie's sitting there, she's thinking about it. She grabbed a knife and she's like, no. That would have been hard if she used a knife, but I don't think she's at that point yet where she starts stabbing people with a knife. I think she will eventually do that. Classic Ellie. But she got her gun, because remember in a previous episode, she found that gun in Frank and Bill's house and she hid it in her bag. She came out with it and she shot the dude in the back. He rolled over. Joel was surprised. Even the dude was surprised. Like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? She hurt. But, yeah, man. And Ellie, and she's surprised. It's like, you would have thought that was the first time she did that. But she didn't kill him. She just got shot in the back, disabled. He couldn't move after that. And Joel, he get up, grab the gun, and the expression on Ellie's face when she's looking at Joel, and Joel tell her, yeah, you go ahead back in the hole. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go handle this. And as scary as you could tell, it's just a lot for a young child to deal with, to process. And Ellie catch herself tearing up, and she walking to the jump in the hole, and you can hear the dude, the young dude, he's crying, he's asking for his mom. It's like, man, we friends now, look, we can trade. I think you're a little late with that, dog. I would have killed you. I don't need you making no noise, man. I would have killed you. I guess I wouldn't have shot you. I would have saved my gun. So I probably would have stabbed you too. Yeah, so I could buy it. But man, Joel stabbed his ass with his knife, man, with his own knife. And then and went back to Ellie to make sure she was all right. Also, after that, shortly after that, I believe it was after, we see a woman, but she appears to be the leader. Her name is goddamn Kathleen. That's what my notes say she is. Her name is Kathleen, and he was trying to figure out, okay, off the bat, I wasn't really impressed by her. She's in the she got that old guy in the cell who appears to be her doctor. They actually helped give birth to her. Got her set and asked them for a location of a man named Henry. Us gamers know who Henry is. Don't get it twisted. We know who Henry is, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But she's asked for a location, and it seems she seemed to have a beef with Federal, the people that the militia that was there before. And then I guess the way that town was run, a lot of people wasn't with it. A lot of them people wasn't with it, and they got rid of all them federal personnel and stuff like that. So she's asking questions, she's grilling them like, where he at? You know where he at? And she just wouldn't let up. And you could tell she was going. She pointed the gun at him. She was going. Looked like she was going to shoot him. Then she held back. She went back, and some of the people that found them dead, people that Joel and Ellie just killed. She heard they got killed, and she was like, she got pissed off. She walked right back to that cell, shot the damn doctor in the head, man. The thing is, like I said, but there seemed to be this urgency to find Henry, because he's supposedly working with I guess he was working with the militia. I don't know what it is. We ain't get that far. But we get back to Joel and Ellie. And Joel, and we still thinking with the after effect of what just happened, what just occurred. Ellie just shot a dude. And Joel, he's trying to, in his own way, he's trying to comfort her as both, but you could tell he's very concerned about her. He don't even realize how concerned he is. He is. And Ellie, she's all shaking up. He's like, you know, I'm sorry that you had to do that. You should never have to do that. You're just a kid. You shouldn't have to see that. You know, and he said, I don't know how to, he said, I suck at this. He said, but I'm saying, I'm sorry, you shouldn't have had to do that. It would have been me if you hadn't did that. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of similar to what happened in the game. It happened in the game is a little different, but typically, the same beats are being hit. You know what I'm saying? Ellie did save Joel's life by shooting the dude. Joel was a little angry about it, but he quickly got over it. But in this, you can see Joel is becoming conflicted, man. He really is, man, because this attachment is growing. I see it. And Ellie, she almost tearing up because of that. You know what I'm saying? She's just wiping the tears. Man, she put on a good front, but she also let Joel know that this wasn't the first time she had to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's like, oh, what? So we're starting to see, and in the midst of all this is what I wanted from this particular episode. To see Joel and Ellie start to get that bond, start to build that bond, you know what I'm saying, where they actually got each other's back. And even turn into a sort of father-daughter relationship, man. It gets there, and you can see it almost. You can see it happening. These actors are playing. They playing the role, dog. They playing the role. But we go back to the goddamn townspeople. This woman, what's her name? Kathleen. I don't see her as a threat. She just seen it. For some reason, these people are following her. I guess we're gonna get more information on that in next episode. But the dude, one of her main lieutenants or whatever, he finds a location where Henry was. It's an attic in a building. Apparently they was eating there and they got away. Apparently Henry he has a little brother named Sam. So they both roll around together. My thing is, why are they such a threat? The lieutenant she has, he shows her another location, like way down in the basement, man. And he opened a door. Oh man, I don't know what that was, man. It looked like the floor was caving in and it's moving. And when it started moving, they backed up. I said, oh. I said, it can only be clickers. Only be. I'm thinking, I ain't gonna spoil it. I think I know what it is. I'm waiting for this damn thing right here, but it ain't a clicker. It ain't a runner. I'ma just say that for you non-gamers. That's all I'ma say. I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, man, they were like, well, let's not deal with this now. We'll deal with that later. I said, yo, that was your first mistake. What the hell? You already know it's a mistake to even do that. If that's what I think it is, which I think it is, you need to handle that now. Get them people out of there. They decide to head to the tallest building, and they go about 42 flights of stairs to get a view of the city and see where they need to go. That's a lot of goddamn stairs, dog. But eventually, they sit down, settle in for the night, and then they talking and stuff. Joel asked Ellie, when did you have to do this before? And she was reluctant to say what it was. She didn't want to go into details. At some point, she's going to reveal what happened. You know what I'm saying? And for us gamers, well, I can't wait. I can't wait how they do this one, man. I can't wait. But they decide to go to sleep. And goddamn Ellie, she do one more goddamn pun, man. What she said, did you know diarrhea is hereditary? He said, yeah, it runs in your genes. Joe must ain't heard that one, but he heard it more. He listened. He's like, what the f-? He looked around. He said, let's go to goddamn sleep. He started laughing like a motherfucker. He said, man, that shit's stupid. I felt him, but I love that. You ain't see this Joe laugh the whole goddamn show. I ain't see him laugh. Well, I mean, he laughed when he was with his daughter originally, so that says a lot. Only time you seen that brother laugh before is when he was with his daughter, Sarah, back on the first episode. Yeah, think about it. But I'm loving it, man. I'm smiling. I said, they don't even see what's happening, man. It's all good. But anyway, they go to sleep. All I know, they go to sleep. Joel swear he can hear anybody creeping up on him because he don't put some glass down just in case somebody try to sneak up on him. Somebody snuck up on him because he couldn't hear a goddamn thing, man. He woke up with a goddamn gun in front of his face. Ellie wake him up. Joe! She sounded just like Ellie from the game when she said it too. She got a gun on Henry, got a gun on the black dude, and a little kid, Sam, got the gun on Joel. Doing this. Shh. You know how scary that is? You wake up like that, like, damn, I probably go back to sleep on his ass. I must have woke up at the wrong time. No, man, this get good, man. It's get real good. I can't wait to see the next one. By the way, the next episode 5, it airs. They done did. HBO got smart with it. They do the Super Bowls on that Sunday. Hell no, you know, man, you can't compete with that. Don't do it. They gonna air the episode on Friday, February 10th. So all those that got HBO Max, you got access to it Friday. If you got that regular HBO, you just gonna have to wait. You better get. Who has regular HBO? Who is doing it? But yeah, man. But that was my review and my details of HBO's Last of Us, episode 4. I loved it. I love every one of these episodes, man. I can't wait to get the whole collection right, because we got some people that ain't gonna watch it until they gonna binge watch it, John. Which is not a bad idea. I get it. HBO need these ratings, so I get it why they doing it weekly. But can you imagine watching this whole junk in one session? Oh, I can't wait to do that, man. I know I'm waiting for that one. I want it Blu-ray, 4K. You hear me? HBO. Do they do that shows like that? Yeah, they do, because I had the Game of Thrones junk. I gave that away. But gave all them goddamn junks away. God damn it. 8 goddamn boxes of Blu-rays. God damn it. Hey, I meant to put this review up earlier, but man, I got a backlog of reviews I gotta edit. It's crazy. I done saw some stuff, yo. I got another one for you though, but man, I had to get this one out the way before Friday because it's coming early. You know what I'm saying? I love to have it on goddamn Sunday night, but I be at work. That's it for me. Last of Us is still fire. Believe that. It's still on fire. And they're gonna continue to do their thing, man. This show got so much buzz, it's ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous. Game of Thrones ain't get this much buzz when it first came on. It didn't. I don't recall that. Because I remember I was watching Game of Thrones and Spartacus at the same time. And Spartacus just good. It just did it for me. I was like, damn, Game of Thrones. So I got into Game of Thrones right after Spartacus. You know what I'm saying? The first season. That's when I started getting really into Game of Thrones. But even then it was slow building the build up, the plot and all that, man. But it was good. It was good as hell. But this right here, Last of Us, oh man, they're getting better and better with this, man. Oh my God, they're coming to season 2. Good Lord have mercy. But we're gonna stay with this, man. We're gonna stay with this. But anyway, this is Kilowatts 804. Thank you for joining me. I got some more stuff coming at you, man. Like I said before, like, comment, subscribe, get more of this content. You know what I'm saying? And hit the notification button too, so you know when I put a new video, man. I'm consistent with it. I'm staying consistent. All right, y'all. Peace out.